So it's called Sagebrush. And it's borderline indie horror, but not quite. It's more of a investigative thing from what I understand. So it's okay if we play it in September. Also, I have brilliant news. I can again hear with both of my ears. Hell yeah! It's like a whole new world for me now. Sagebrush? Is he Guybrush Threepwood's brother? I think so, yeah, but we'll probably figure it out.
I met Anne first, waiting for the bus. Normally, I avoid talking to just about anybody, but she struck up the conversation. She was so pleasant, so confident. She smiled at me as if she had known me as a kid, and we were just catching up after all these years. She told me she could tell I had a hole in my life. She knew what that was like, she said. She had also had a hole, but it was gone now. I asked her what she was selling, and she laughed and said nothing at all, that what she had to offer was free for anyone who wanted it bad enough. I asked her what had helped her. She just said, James.
James? You sure it's not Jerry? Let's investigate Jonestown. So Gigi on the actual hearing things, thank you. I've been using this, the eardrops that you can get from the pharmacy for at least a week straight, and with nothing happening. And hello? And now I just put what is it called? Oil meant for your skin, just pure oil. I just put oil in my ears. Because I remember that was recommended by nurses 15 years ago when I was a kid. They said oh, you put this. And instantly, the next morning, it's ta-da! So, yeah, I don't know. Medicine is good, but also sometimes there's a simpler answer. Not going to lie, you're surprised it actually made it all the way here. You brought some gear in the trunk. Let's look. So yours just needed a bit of re-grease. I guess so. Why do I walk funny like this? Is the terrain just so uneven? Hey, we got wire cutters we borrowed from the house. I had a clogged ear once. I went the unsafe route and started digging around with a Q-tip. Probably the grossest thing I've ever done, but holy cow, the difference in hearing. Yeah. So it helped you? You expected a dead body. We're here to bury it. I think I started my problems with a Q-tip. Because I noticed my ears were starting to act up again. So I did a very gentle dig, and it seemed to help. I got something out. Without being gross, I got something out, but the next morning it was clogged, and yeah, I haven't heard with it for weeks now. So never again, Q-tip. Never again. I will just put the oil in there and wait for it to do its thing. I never use Q-tip because everyone tells it's unsafe for ear. Yeah, I mean, I can tell you it can happen. I guess I just pushed most of it back, even though I got some of it out, and yeah, never again. The gate won't budge and you didn't bring anything to bust through. What do we have the bolt cutters for? Can we just make a hole here? Use. Not using. Can we use the bolt cutters here? No. Okay. Perhaps here where there's a light shining onto it. Oh, it's already a bit broken. All hail Satan. Hello, paranoid. How are you doing? Use pretty much every day, but yes, really not safe. Maybe it is better if you do use it every day. Because then there's like never much anything there to, you know, for you to push anywhere. I press E. Oh, I needed to press E on the fence. Okay. The wire cutters clip through the rusting fence easily and create a small hole. So yeah, me having never used it, it was a big mistake to start using it in that moment. I imagine. But I'm still never gonna use them, even though I maybe know better strats now. But are we talking weed? We're talking earwax. Welcome to the stream. Moldy dishes litter the table, stained and dusty. There's no food though. Wild animals likely finished the scraps. Maybe I'm not supposed to examine that yet. Diesel generator. There's a keyhole next to the ignition button. You wonder if there's any gas remaining. Okay. Let's try the front door. Breaking and entering. Hell yeah. So, hold on a second. I wanna get this straight. Jumpa, thank you for the good vibes. Hello, how you doing? Oh. And I hope I pronounced your name right. It's too dark to read anything. We need the generator on. We're looking for keys, I imagine. Izzy! Hello! Also, the doors just shut on their own. That's fine. How you doing, Izzy? I feel like we're not supposed to be here yet. It's way too dark for anything. Like, how would I even find the keys in this darkness? The doors are kind of scary. We're instigating this area because we want to fill a hole in our life. Yeah, what exactly happened? Like, was there a disappearance? Use tape deck.
Well,
We went back in time.
I just graduated from college. You know, I was a communications major. That part was true. So I graduated and I couldn't find a job. I had no idea what I wanted to do and got pretty depressed. My boyfriend at the time said I was holding him back and took off, so that was that. I could have moved home, but I didn't. I stayed out in California, but it's not like I had any friends there. My parents would call and I would just lie about how things were going. I didn't know what I wanted because I guess I didn't really want anything. I would wake up and just count the seconds ticking off of my life until I fell back asleep. We were all broken in some way, I think. Some more than others.
Yeah, it can be tough if you, like, don't have anything to do. Or, like, haven't given yourself anything to do. Life's really boring. I am doing good, thank you. I was just explaining how I can hear with both ears for the first time in weeks. So I'm very stereo right now. Ah, I thought that looked like a place for fuses, but I'm glad I checked. Then I found Satan. Yeah, I wonder if they worship Satan here or what. I'm thinking, isn't a cult often so that they worship the leader instead of, or like the leader has like a special connection to whatever they're worshipping? It's always just like one manipulative person who gets vulnerable people into believing in something. Basically. Oh, the woman in need of getting her whole. Joined a cult, now I get it. Yeah, I think that's what happened. That's good to hear. Ha ha. Turn on the key, press the button, and the generator hums to life. Awesome, we have lights now. I feel like we are like doing the hoppity hoppity because we bounce so much. It's weird. It's weird how much we bounce. Is there a light switch for this room? There we go. Many different kinds of cults. It's mostly about control rather than their beliefs. Yeah, exactly. They just make up something that gets people into believing in them. And like, you know, exactly like they find people who have a certain kind of hole in their life and they are like, they're ready to fill it. Right? Not leader, community manager. Popular model for determining what's a cult is the bite model. What's the bite model? Can be a little confusing getting around our little home. Don't worry, Sister Anne has printed some maps to help you get acclimated. Oh wow. And where are we now? There's a fire pit.
Welcome back. After that grueling business last year, I decided to build this Vape Nation course to hone my skills and learn some new ones.
Didn't say Vape Nation course because assault is a bad word. Double. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the resub. Stands for behavior, information, thought, emotional control. Sounds about right. Yeah. A lot of the most famous cults have a leader that controls what people believe as a way to control people. Usually this belief starts with general wholesome things like family, friendship, community. Yeah, that's how they hook you. Yeah, it seems like a good idea. There seems to be nothing bad about it. Do they bite? At the sacrificial altar, they do. Am I at the community hall? We can zoom. Oh my god. The 2 levels of zoom. Is that our car? Is that our car right there? Okay, I think we're at the community hall. That even seems to be like the red generator under the letter N. Okay. Thanks. Examine. The painting shows an intensely focused middle-aged man. He holds a book in his left hand. The painting seems less than professional, but the man's determination shows through. I would guess this is the leader. He has some holy book there, probably. Top quality. An angel walks through an empty field, his hands pressed together in prayer. There's someone else too. This painting depicts an angel tenderly the corpse of Jesus Christ in his tomb. Oh, an angel did that? Okay. There's a ping pong table? It's the only game you see around. Doesn't seem like there's enough room to play. I was just thinking, like, how are you expected to play this? Do you have a better song? Okay, then quiet. You take a book off of the shelf. We know the conspiracy can trace itself back as far as the 4th century, when Athanasius and his cronies first began to exclude essential works from the Bible. So I think, like, Christianity is somehow involved in this cult. This cult must be full of really skinny people. Read Bible quote. Okay. And if a woman have an issue, and her issue in her flesh be blood, she shall be put apart 7 days, and whosoever toucheth her shall be unclean until the even. And everything that she lieth upon in her separation shall be unclean. Everything also that she sitteth upon shall be unclean. Is this about period? Controlling the diet of the cult is often something that cults do. Yeah, I guess so. Let me start an ice cream cult. Can I join? Okay? Christian cults are popular in the West due to the easier transition for believers. Yeah, I think Christianity is still very much in people's daily life, especially in the US. Which I think this is set in the US. So like people still like go to like church on Sundays and stuff like that. And it's seen as a good thing to do, like the right thing to do. So yeah, I'm not at all surprised if they use like Christianity and that as the base for it. It's easy to join then, kind of. And whosoever toucheth her bed shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the even. What does until the even mean? Because there was like something about 7 days. And whosoever toucheth anything that she sat upon shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the even. Leviticus evening? Well, that's very little punishment if it's just for the day. Or does like until the even mean like before the evening? But what if you touch it in the evening? 7 days, is this the If you don't wash your hands after touching a period thing, you die. Yeah. Oh, that's still a thing, by the way, in some parts of the world. Like, periods are seen as evil. Like, literally, the women are, like, not allowed to even stay in the same house as the rest of the family if they get period. Oh, when, not if. No one's pregnant all the time. You look tired. Shut up. This is a huge toilet. You can take a huge shit in here. I think it is evening, like a poetic way. I think this version of the Bible is the first English translation. Okay. Yeah, just making sure that we understand what's happening. Yay, there's another cute quote, I bet. I don't think the punishment would be huge, as it's just for touching things. Yeah, and it's for men, so, like, why would they be punished? Jesus saith to him, He that is washed needeth not save to wash his feet, but is clean every whit, and ye are clean, but not all. I'm confused, but I guess they want the cult members to be clean and not dirty. Any organized belief becomes problematic. I find it funny how much the organization of the Catholic Church is similar to the Mafia. Who inspired who? Yeah, it is crazy when you look the big picture. Dang, you can shower in these toilets. So even if you've washed your feet, wash again. Always wash your feet. Always. Read performance schedule. Monday, Josiah plays original hymns. Tuesday, gospel reading. Wednesday, Juliet violin recital. Thursday, gospel reading. Friday, children's reenactment of Book of Serial. No, the power has been pretty finicky lately. You might have to restart the generator to get the lights back on. The key is in the box and the generators are around the side. Okay, so you would be able to... I didn't even try to click on this note when it was dark because I thought it would be too dark to read like any other note. This toilet really pumping up expectations for toilet cookies. Wild animals likely finished the scraps. So there have been animals inside here. Probably something about everyone being a sinner. Probably. A nice instrument once. Now the strings are rusted and the lacquer faded. How long has it been since there have been people? When we all get to heaven, sing the wondrous love of Jesus, sing his mercy and his grace. Okay, everybody sing along. I'll read you the lyrics. In the mansions bright and blessed, he'll prepare for us a place. Don't tell me this is like a Heaven's Gate called. What is Heaven's Gate called? When we all get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing that will be. When we all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout the victory. While we walk the pilgrim pathway, clouds will overspread the sky. But when traveling days are over, not a shadow, not a sigh. Jonestown incident, the suicide cult. Oh yeah, I believe that's why this place is empty, is because I think they did a mass suicide. I think that was on the Steam page. It's not really clear yet in the game, so sorry. But I kind of knew. Yeah, I think it is. Let us then be true and faithful, trusting, serving every day. Just one glimpse of him in glory will the toils of life repay. Onward to the prize before us, soon his beauty we'll behold. Soon the pearly gates will open, we shall tread the streets of gold. Sing along, but the people out on the streets are giving me funny looks through the window. Ignore them. They don't understand. We sang this song growing up. That's a real song. Oh, that's a real song. Okay. Leonard, the pantry is not your personal snack drawer. Food is for the flock to share. If you keep stealing cookies from the storeroom, you will have to answer for your crimes in the cleansing room. Please pray and reflect on your actions and how they harm the flock. Flock. That sounds like birds. I'm praying for you too, Andrew. It's like, at least there are cookies. Like, hell yeah. Yeah, I didn't doubt the Bible things. Our cult theme is from Vanilla Ice. Cleansing room. Yeah. Oh, I think we're gonna find it somewhere. Leonard hasn't heeded warnings about taking more than his share of food. He keeps swiping snacks from the storage room. I think Leonard is like the only one who goes on quests in this place. Until we can straighten him out, I've decided to move his favorite foods into the farm shed and hide the key on the side of the bookshelf next to the ping pong table. Oh, we need to find the key there. Can Leonard not like read? Surely he could also just read that. There's cornflakes. Tons of cereal boxes, none of the sugary stuff though. Good, because the sugary stuff is disgusting. Now I want cornflakes. I haven't had cereal in years. Kitchen schedule. Monday, spinach casserole. Tuesday, BBQ. Wednesday, fasting. Thursday, pork chops. Friday, beef stew. Saturday, chicken. Sunday, fasting. This is very luxurious, I would say. Like everything except the spinach casserole is like damn, you're eating well here. The people are kooky. Like, there was literally a note for Leonard outside the pantry. So it was, I don't know, what did they expect with that note? Like, it was like, Leonard, please don't eat. Leonard is going to be the one you've got to save. How do you even survive? You may have touched Jesus, but our cult icon has touched Madonna. No desserts, though. There's more. Due to power outage, food stores have spoiled. We will have to replace the planned meals with canned foodstuffs and produce until new supplies are acquired. Oh, damn. Stupid generator, now all the food is ruined. No desserts, though. You open the door and immediately slam it shut after the overwhelming stench of rotting meat hits your nostrils. 1 meal a day? Yeah, I wonder. Like, it would probably be fine if there was breakfast and then 1 meal. But just 1 meal? That's a common thing with cults. Give them little food so they don't have energy to rebel, but don't starve them enough. Yeah, if it's just 1 very good meal per day, maybe they like are satisfied with that, but aren't, in full power. Always interesting when a group really values the ancient traditions about subjugating women on their periods, but not the ones that restricted men from eating pork. Yeah, it's like whatever is convenient, right? Guess what cereal was invented for? For breakfast. That's right. You fiddle with the knobs. There's no hiss of gas, no clicking ignition. This range is long dead. Oh, it's called range? Range. Why is it rage and not a stove? Low energy food? Oh. Yeah, I mean, cereal is as good as nothing. It's true. Like, I remember when I went to school, I would some mornings eat cereal and some mornings have like a sandwich. Salmon large can. Huge can of pork and beans, just like you used to eat growing up. And like the days when you had cereal, I was like always mega hungry way before lunchtime. So flies buzz around the sink pile with unwashed dishes. They just killed themselves and didn't even do the dishes. Kitchen prayer. Enable us to use thy manifold blessings with a moderation. Grant our hearts wisdom to avoid excess in eating and drinking, and in the cares of this life. Teach us to put our trust in thee, and to await thy helping hand. Cornflakes. Wait, hold on. Hillocks are atrocious. It was a cult. Cornflakes were invented to curb sexual desires. Please elaborate. What? That's the funny thing about a lot of religious cults. The leader will use the Bible to make everyone else not bunk, but will find a logic why he can bunk as many as he wants. As a nerd for cults, this game is great to watch. I'm glad. Range is combination of stovetop and oven. I never knew that. I mean, that is at least in here, that is the most common way. It's kind of rare to have a stovetop and an oven separately. They're, in like 90% of the cases, they're the same thing. That is range? Yeah, you can get, it's like a super modern thing to get them separate. Like many people nowadays want the oven to be like basically at shoulder level, like higher. So yeah, because I don't know, is it like an old people thing, or like they don't want to like bend down to get stuff from the oven, so it gets installed like, I don't know. It's a thing. It's a thing. And the stovetops are those modern, like, when it's just like a black square, whatever they're called. Yeah. Those can be separate. I don't think the ones with the actual round things that get hot, those probably can't be separate. I'm getting a kitchen with them separated, but I'm not geriatric. What do you mean? I find built-in oven with no gas option has better models than oven plus stovetop together. Huh. I remember we used to have a gas range, I guess. When I was a kid, and at least my dad preferred that to any of the electric cooking apparatus. Get to know the newest members of the flock. Welcome them with open arms and open hearts. My name is Christopher. I am from Flagstaff. I was a farmer before, and I hope to lend my expertise to help feed the flock. Fun fact, I hold the record for most blue ribbons at the Arizona State Fair livestock competition. There are, for example, some good oven models, only without stovetop. I see. We have never in our lives bought oven or stove or range. Like, that comes with the house, always. And it's never broken, so we've never had to replace it. I've literally never bought one. I've literally never even, like, looked at what kind of stovetops or anything are out there. That describes love bombing. I'm Viola. My two wonderful children, my son Lucas and my daughter Juliet, are from Fresno. I'll be helping out with schooling our children in the ways of the Lord. Fun fact, I was born in Vancouver, so I'm technically also Canadian. Yeah, it's fair. Yeah. I guess if we, like, it's a thing to build your own house from the, like, house packages, I guess then you would be choosing your own. Or if you did a full renovation of the kitchen. That's one aspect of the movie Midsummer I like, that they included the concept of love bombing because it's a common thing with cults. What do you mean exactly with love bombing? To like, you're accepted here, we love you here, you're so nice, don't leave. The guy who invented cornflakes was really against people having sex. There is a lot of information about online. I grew up near where they manufactured their dry cereal, so we learned about the dark side of cereal. Was him inventing cereal like a ploy to stop people from having sex, or is that a random fact, totally unrelated? If the oven breaks, or if you want a better model. Yeah, we've never had it break, and I don't know, it's just not something that I upgrade on the whim. Like, I would only upgrade it if it broke, which it hasn't. The oven that come with the house, is that common in apartment buildings or also private homes in ground level? It's both. Yeah, both. Like the range, fridge. The only thing that may or may not come is the dishwasher. Some people, like, if the new apartment that people are moving into doesn't have a dishwasher and they have bought the current one, they might take it to their new apartment. But also, like, many apartments already just have it there, so even if they own the current one, they will just leave it there for the next person. So it's a 50-50 chance if you get a dishwasher or not. We once had to buy one. In one apartment we had to buy. But then the rest, it's always been there. And the rest is like... No, wait, we did also install it in one student apartment. Oh yeah, the next students are probably going to be very happy because we bought a dishwasher there. And we didn't take it with us to the next one because the next one needed a slim model, so it couldn't fit, so we bought a new one. Being extra warm to new people makes them feel welcome. Right. Yeah. To make them like you and trust you and feel loved. So a lot of cults are based on community. Taking people that feel alone and bombing them with love is a powerful thing. Oh yeah, for sure. Yep. People need to feel like they're part of something. It's in our core, I think. That, yeah, there are some people who like to be alone, but I would say the vast majority doesn't want to be. Hello, I'm Peyton. I'm from a small town in Oklahoma you've probably never heard of. I ran a grocery store in town, but ever since it shut down, I've been looking for something more. Father James is helping me find that. Fun fact, I served in the Navy for a term. Apartments come with only the space for the fridge and oven. You get to choose which to buy. Yeah, I guess that's like kind of nice, but there's also a lot of money that you need to put. I think built-in fridges are smaller than the ones you can buy separately. Built-in fridges? Cereal was designed to curb a person's sexual desire. You know how some foods are designed to lower cholesterol or whatever? Yeah. It was considered to cure all, to help people be healthier. So instead of staying in bed in the morning and possibly having sex, you would go to the kitchen and eat cereal instead. Or was it marketed so that if you want your sexual like drive to be lower, the cure for that is cereal? Built-in is the ones that come with the house, the ones that look like a closet, but it's really a fridge. Ah, okay. Yeah, I know those. Those are extremely rare in Finland. Extremely rare. This might surprise you, but their logic with the cereal thing was a bit flawed. Didn't work for you, Andy, huh? Hello friends, I'm Candice. I love cooking and crafts, so hope I can help energize the flock so that we may fulfill his word. Fun fact, I can speak 3 languages. Oh yeah, prove it. I'm Josiah, and I'm so thankful to you and to the Lord for giving me a home after years living on the streets. I finally feel like I have a family. No fun fact. Hello, I'm Lillian. I was a student at USC before I dropped out because I couldn't stand the indoctrination anymore. I was looking for truth and I didn't find it there. Now I know I was looking in the wrong place. Fun fact, I've been to 4 continents in the last 3 years. Cool. I eat cereal every day and let's say it ain't working. Aw, feels bad. I like, if that's what you're trying, then I'm sorry. My name is Vance. I saw through the lies of my parents' church. They were filling our heads with blasphemy. Now I see the truth of it because of Father James. Fun fact, I'm a really fast reader. I am not. I really am not. I need to find those keys. You flip through a pamphlet on the shelf. There is an ancient law that modern society has fought to bury. The role of man is to protect and nourish the flesh. The role of the woman is to protect and nourish the soul. You take a Bible from the shelf and skim. For Christ also suffered once for sins, the righteous for the unrighteous, and he might bring us to God, being put to death in the flesh, but made alive in the spirit. We made a movie with Anthony Hopkins and Matthew Broderick about this whole cereal thing gone awry. It's called Road to Wellness. They made a movie? Wow. That's so fun. What is even special about cereal that's like supposed to do that? Isn't it just like wheats? Grains? It's just that. Take a book off the shelf. We know the conspiracy can trace itself back as far as the 4th century, when Athanasius and his cronies first began to exclude essential works from the Bible. The placement of the ping pong table is the saddest thing I've seen all day. I know. Because Hopkins played a cereal. No! Thank you for the good vibes, Seda and Izzy. Thank you for contributing to our goal. It was just a weird fake fad that made cereal popular enough that it still endures as something people eat all the time, but not with the delusions. So it's crazy if people wanted to, I guess for religious reasons, people wanted to like have less sex and they just bought like that's an insane marketing campaign. People just bought cereal. Like, you see a guy coming with, they have a huge cart just filled with cereal, and you're like, oh boy. There's an ancient law that modern society has fought to bury. the role of man. Okay, it's just the same thing over and over. Where am I supposed to find this key? There's like a thing there, but I'm not sure if that's just a glitch thing. There's supposed to be a key. Oh! Farm shed key and gate key. Okay. Awesome. So... farm shed. I assume it's like this small building here. Okay, let's go to the farm. And we get to meet Leonard because he was too full of snacks at the Mountain Dew to drink the Kool-Aid. Yeah, I wonder if we'll see anyone. I mean, they're dead, but their bodies should exist somewhere. The rusting lock fights back, but eventually relents, and the gate unlocks. Whoa. So if I understood correct, this is where the farm is. Andy, thank you for the snacks. We're like mega close. I gave you all like almost something like 4 weeks to do this. You're doing it mega fast. If, and I guess when, you complete that goal early, would you like to do indie horror already before October? Of course, also October, but... like, we could start. It's a big open world RPG. Oh no. In a case the goal won't be completed, then I wouldn't do that. Yeah, we would just continue as usual. So far I've been playing indie only on Sundays. So maybe that will continue. But at this moment, I'm pretty confident. This place doesn't have electricity, I guess. What's this jacket? A ragged old work jacket. You ruffle through the pockets. Coughing at the dust, you find a key. Idla, hello. How's it going? Hello, hello.
The first time I met Father James, I was immediately filled with a sense of peace. It's hard to explain. I guess he just seemed so sure. He asked if I was a believer. I said I'd been raised Catholic, but it never clicked. There's a reason for that, he said. They've been lying to you, all of them. And I knew he was right.
Everyone's a liar. Eating ice cream? What kind of, what flavor? Batteries? You load the batteries into your flashlight. I forgot that I even have a flashlight. There we go. Andrew's journal. Can anyone truly know the joy of the absolute truth? The freedom that comes with releasing all of one's doubt like so much ballast into the sea? I know that feeling now. For so long I searched among the Catholics, idol worshippers and perverts. Okay. I searched among the Baptists, hypocrites. I searched among the Pentecostals, infested by charlatans. What are charlatans? Or who? I tried so many churches and all of them to a one. were filled with fools and liars. Now I know why. Father has helped me to see. Peanut butter and cookies. Num 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 num. Num 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 num. I still have some ice cream in the freezer. But I need to eat. I made a blueberry pie. Was it Friday? I need to eat that ASAP. Just because my dad dropped a huge bunch of apples on me today, so I need to make an apple pie now so that, you know, they don't go to waste because there's so many. But the dish is occupied with the blueberry pie, so the only option, only logical thing to do is just eat it ASAP, right? When your character listens to tape recordings, their vision goes black and white. Probably not praying, right? I think it's like to indicate that this is like a blast from the past. Charlatan, mountebank, someone who addresses crowds in the street, especially an itinerant seller of medicines or drugs. Divine pervert. Yeah, blueberry pie. It's so good. It's so good. What a shame that Jay doesn't like blueberries, so I have to eat it all on my own. I put some like vanilla, because I knew that I didn't have like a shit ton of blueberries, so I put like vanilla curd, vanilla curd like at the bottom to fill it up a bit more. Full of garden and farm implements, still caked in old grey dirt. And is that cereal? Who needs all this cereal? Okay, who confesses their desires? A gas can empty, watering can also empty, bags of seed and weed killer. Okay, so we got the keys. What keys were they? Andrew's trailer. Funny how the generator key is still with us, but the other ones were left behind. Where's Andrew's tailor? Oh, there's cleansing room. Oh, this seems to be people's personal places. Blueberry pie is so good. Yeah, I even got the vanilla sauce for it. Turn to error make no sense to me at all. I've never heard of that. That is such a bummer. I know, right? He's probably gonna wanna eat the apple pie with me, though. I also need the dough. I don't have that, so I'll probably stop by at the shop tomorrow. How do you not like blueberries? Well, he has his reasons. Birds. Like, I've often found that people who don't like something have similar reasons. When it's like a generally like thing. I think it's normal if it's a very divisive thing like olives that taste that have like a very intensive taste. I understand that can be divisive on its own. Brother Aaron. Was it Aaron? No, it's Andrew. No, I want blueberry pie. This seems heavily locked. Either like an allergy or something happen. Yeah, Brother Peyton. With what I've discussed with people, and what's with Jay with the blueberries and a couple other, like, berries in general, I think, was that he was like forced to eat them when he was a kid. So I guess that's like traumatic enough to not just like, he says nowadays it's basically out of principle. Like, if that's really the case, I don't know if that makes any sense. Why would you not eat something delicious? But it hasn't happened to me, so I don't know what it's like, so I can't say anything. Yep. Where is Andrew? It's supposed to be like right at the big, like middle. If this was Lillian, yeah, then it's like somewhere over here. There we go. Like, unfortunate that that needs to be a thing. And there's also like, I don't know what like the forcing was like, how bad it was. And like how kids experience it.
Life with the flock was good. We would meet for morning prayer with Father James in the chapel, then meet for breakfast, and then we'd set off to work for the day. Some of us worked the fields, others worked on expanding the compound. We had a school teacher, we had cooks. In the evening we would study scripture or listen to one of Father's lectures. Then it would be time for penance, more prayer, and then sleep. I slept better those early nights than I had in years. I was home. Do you know how good it feels to find home after so long?
Probably very good.
For Father. He saved me.
It like, these cults suck because it probably is a lot better for the individuals. But in like a bigger picture, it's a terrible thing. And like, maybe they even know that they're taking like advantage of in a way, but I guess they don't mind because it's still better than not being in the cult. Andrew's journal. We men must all be fools to buy the malarkey spat at us by mainstream churches. The Catholic Church says we're awaiting Christ's return when they full well know better, and the rest of Christendom believes them, the merry worshippers. Perhaps we'll never know why the Lord waited until Father James to correct the record. Perhaps our Father in heaven waited for the earthly man he knew could bear this burden with grace. Blessed be our Lord, who saw fit to include wretches like me in his plan. I await the third coming with open arms and a heart full of love. Like, I would say I was technically forced to eat the Christmas casseroles because I don't know, it's strange. They're not that far off from like baby food, honestly. You know, the little cans of baby food. It's like not that far off, but for whatever reason, most kids don't want to eat it. Is that exactly the reason? Because they are too similar to baby food and the kids don't want to have that anymore, or what? But like, I was not voluntarily eating those as a kid, but I don't know. I like to be open to stuff in general, so I think even if I didn't need to eat them then, I think I would like try them still like nowadays. But I think it's because I started eating them so early is that like I love them so much today, which is strange. Like these kind of forcing to eat, like I said, I don't know individual cases of what the forcing has been like, but like they can go either way. Like I love the Christmas casseroles now, but like Jay hates blueberries now. Like I don't know what has happened. They tend to prey on people that are abandoned by their real family. The Manson cult is a prime example of this. Most of his flock was homeless teen girls. Yep. Yeah, it makes sense. Like they know someone who has it well in life is not going to be interested in joining. Can't say I was ever forced into eating anything, but the choice in bread we always had as kids was really boring, and now I never eat that type of bread because of it. Yeah, well, luckily there's so many types of bread that there's plenty to choose from. I'm glad that it didn't like ruin bread in general for you. Can I ask what kind of bread was it? Did you grow up eating anything that you can only find in Finland easily? Well, I don't really know what I don't really know what is not found abroad. So that's a difficult question. Mammi, risby. Oh, those kinds of things. I was never made to eat mammi. That's a Eastern food. I mean, Easter, the holiday Easter. It's an Easter food. And when I tried it as an adult, I didn't like it. But yeah, riisipiirakka, aka like Karjalan piirakka. That one is awesome. I still eat them almost like every week. There's so many types of bread, apparently not a sentence my mom heard. It was called super bread, basically slightly healthy bread with a bit of grain and a rubbery crust. I like buy a different kind of bread every time I buy bread. I do cycle eventually back, but yeah. Sometimes I do multiple rye breads in a row because rye bread is just so good. I did not like it, but I had to eat it every year. Now you like it. Okay, so for you it turned out well. I don't remember if I ever even tasted mammi as a kid because both, I believe, I don't know if they hate it, but when I was a kid, my parents didn't eat mammi, so I never had to either. Almost never buy bread. I have a toast in my freezer that I eat 1 or 2 pieces a week. What do you eat for breakfast? Because for me, bread is a typical breakfast food. Mostly crisp bread, which is annoying. I need to buy crisp bread. I haven't bought it in ages, but I love it. It's so freaking good. Thank you, Andy. Tomorrow when I go to the shop, I will buy crisp bread. Yeah. Good, I only have like 2 breads left anyway, so I can eat them quick. 2 like buns of bread. Like you eat 1 bread at a time. Like I was allowed to drown it in vanilla cream, so that helped. I did that too when I tried it as a grown-up. I mean, sure, it didn't taste like mammi anymore, but that didn't change the fact that the mammi itself was not good. Like I was just eating cream at that point. Do you know about munavoi? Yeah, that is exactly what you would put on top of Karjalan piirakka. Though I often don't bother because, you know, it's much easier to just butter the rice pie and then slice like boiled eggs on it instead of making a whole egg butter. Mommy's so good. Hi Spade, how you doing? Happy Sunday. I mean, it's technically rye porridge, right? And I think the problem with it is that normally porridge is served hot. So maybe it's the weird part that it's called porridge, fruits, recipe, coffee, something like that. Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I often like replace bread with riisipiirak, like the rice pie thing. Like they are interchangeable almost. Made Mammy ice cream? Wow, I've never heard of Mammy ice cream before. It doesn't sound appealing to me, but I'm glad you liked it. Dimu, hello, how you doing? Thank you so much for contributing snacks. Munaboy is so darn good. Yeah, luckily it's not that difficult to make, so I do make it occasionally, but I'm just lazy. You say Munaboy and I manifest. Welcome on in. Rye porridge. The normal rye porridge, which is like served as a breakfast any time of the year. Like that's good. That's fine. But I think Mammy is just like nothing but rye. I think there's still some other wheats in rye porridge, the normal one. That sounds awful. Alright, sorry, I was reading this note. We're all talking about food now. Oh, maybe I need to go get my blueberry pie, a slice of it, and just annoy everyone. Andrew, I greatly enjoyed our talk earlier. I'd like to continue it. The children will be helping sow the fields tomorrow afternoon, so I will be alone if you would like to stop by. Our talk. Yeah, sure. Is it Andrew who needs all the cereal? Or Viola? Had to check. Mammy is traditionally made of water, rye flour, powdered malted rye, seasoned salt, and dried powdered. Yeah, so it's just rye, basically. There's this email them in that we do when making Mammy. Oh, you have to email them, Mammy? I know you do it for the Christmas potato casserole, and it's so good. It's so good. Want to try cloudberries one day. They only grow far north like Finland. Oh yeah, the orange ones. They look like a raspberry, but they're orange. Like? That's the cloudberry, right? They're heavenly. I honestly don't remember when I've last had one. Like I don't remember what it tastes like. Like sure there's like jam of it and stuff, but that never tastes like the actual berry. Did we read this? Brian, I love you. You're my brother, but you do not know what you're talking about. This is my family now. They love me and I love them in a way that transcends even blood. Maybe that hurts you to hear. I'm sorry, but there is no hiding from the truth. I know you have your doubts about your church. You've told them to me. Let me tell you, I have no doubts here. None. Of course, if you stop denying what you know in your heart, we would welcome you with open arms. You need to come join to us. I made up join, but that's what she meant. Lakkahilla, I guess it has many names, yeah. Okay, so we got Viola. That makes me just think about cream cheese with Viola. Cloudberries. I need to buy them. They're quite expensive though. I want to taste them because I have tasted them, but I don't remember anymore. I guess it's this one. Wait. There was a text and I just skipped it. Like, I remember usually cloudberry jam is had with bread cheese. But I don't like bread cheese. Come on, why is it 1 pixel? Okay. I will see you tonight for alternative cleansing in the rectory. Come early, we have much to talk about. Know the day I received my first vision and you will know the code. What is delicious? I like literally every other kind of cheese, but not bread cheese. Give me any cheese, and as long as it's not bread cheese. It's been a weird berry season this year. Everything was so expensive except strawberries. Yeah, I think it was a weird year in general because it was like mega hot with like no rain, and then it was cold. Bread cheese made of bread. I don't know where the name comes from. I think it's like, it's so like I don't know what's it about. They just put jam on it and eat it. Like, so I guess it's because it kind of like acts like a bread. I don't know. We moved recently and now we have great cloudberry spots close to our home. They are good as jam but brilliant fresh. That sounds so nice. Oh damn. To be living near a forest like that. More late used to for me. Yeah, sure, like go ahead, take mine. Do I need to write this down? Viola's vision is the code. In Michigan right now there's a fruit called pawpaw that grow wild and tastes tropical like pineapple but looks like a golden avocado inside fat banana. Oh, is it like shaped like avocado but you have to peel it like a banana? Is that... Did I understand correctly? Pawpaw sounds really cute though. This was to Viola. So I'm guessing it's Andrew then. Andrew's vision. Have you played Conway Disappearance? Not yet. No, it's on my wish list. I have not. Is it good? Tuesday AM. Discussion of Matthew chapter 26. PM. Discussion of the lies of the false churches. Like, see, that's toxic. Talking bad about others. Like, just focus on your own stuff. Oh, you haven't played it either? No, it's on my wish list, but I haven't gotten to it yet. At first, I was hoping for a console release. It was supposed to come out on consoles, I think, early this year, but it hasn't. So, I don't know if it ever even will. I think it's on both of my, like, both Steam and PlayStation wish lists, though. So I think it is coming, but I don't know when. Maybe by the time it comes out on the PS5, it's gonna be like so cheap on Steam that I'm like, well, that's what cults do. They say how ridiculous it is to other people to believe those clear lies. Yeah, I know. It's still toxic. For your wish list, I found out you have to be a friend on Steam to buy them. Oh yeah, that's the thing. It's the thing. I wonder if they could go around that. I remember they already went around the friend list requirement on the remote play together, so that you no longer have to be a friend to invite someone to play with you. You can just send them like a link, I think. So perhaps they could invent something like that for the gifts too. It's odd because it shows all platforms. I didn't know it was PC first, console later. Yeah, it was supposed to be just like a couple months later, I think, originally. The console release, but well, I've only followed the PlayStation release and it's not out yet, so. Okay, Wednesday AM, discussion of what's FR? Is it Father? Father James's visions, prophecies. PM fieldwork. I'm very sorry, I'm very gassy. Father. Okay, thanks. Also, there's like a little bit of something in my throat, which is making my voice funny. A reading from the book of Sabriel. James. This is the word of the angel Sabriel given unto the man James in the time before the days of taking. Sabriel came unto James as he returned from unrighteous war. The angel appeared unto the man James under 7 stars in the eastern sky. The angel spoke, "Be not afraid, man, for you are chosen as a messenger. These words are the Lord's words, become my words, become your words." Just unleash and burp to the sky. Honestly, I do that every day. That's why I went to the doctor, and that's why I am in so much pain. Well, not right now. Because there's like, my stomach produces more gas than I'm physically able to burp out. The book of cereal. Be not afraid, man, for you can have some Kellogg's. Wait, what was this? Wireless Diary. I don't think we read this yet. Yeah, I get it. Thank you. Yeah, it's been for years. It's been for years. I used to think that I have IBS, but I now realize that that's wrong. So I used to do like a whole diet. I don't know if you're familiar with like FODMAP diet. I used to do that. I used to do that for years before reading that you're supposed to do it for 3 months max, and I was like, fuck. So since then I just started eating everything again. And I've later realized that that's probably not even what it is. So yay. But back then, when this all started, there wasn't... it was like a new discovery that there's not much information in like stomach or intestine like issues to begin with. So 3 months, yeah, I was like, I'm so fucked. Like the microbes in my intestines are probably so fucked. So I've just tried to eat everything. Because, you know, the only way to enrich it is to eat different things. I've spoken about it before, but they might thought I had a stomach cancer or something. But I was just severely lactose intolerant. Oh my god. Thank goodness. That sounds so much better. Oh, but it sucks though. It sucks. When this started, they did a blood test for 2 things: lactose intolerance and celiac disease. That was the first and only things that they examined from me, and it was neither when this started. Then 9 years later, I decided I'll do more tests. Mine did not show on the test thingies. That's crazy. What kind of test did they do to you? Should have looked at your feet to see the lack of sound. Please. I had forgotten what love felt like. I thought that all the years suffering under Eric's thumb had ruined me. I thought there was no hope for happiness ever again. But I was so wrong. I feel so safe here. Father James has restored my faith in Christ, but also in men and in myself. A wonderful blessing. Yes, there is pain, but it is necessary, and I enter into it willingly and joyfully. What do you mean there's pain? Uh-oh. They took blood, and then there was some kind of drink I had to check down? Huh, was it milk? Interesting. They only took my blood, and that's it. But I already know it's not. I'm pretty sure it's not like a diet related thing, because doesn't matter what doesn't matter, like I can take like a BC pill, which is like this size of a pill in the morning, and it starts from that. So I'm like, I'm pretty sure it does nothing to do with what I eat, just the fact that I do eat. It was lactose soda. That sounds awful. Fucking slaughtered by mice. Tough luck. Tough luck. I'm so blessed to be a part of this flock and to help ensure that my dear children taste the fruit of eternal life. Lucas has taken to life here easily, but Juliet, well, we will need to be patient with Juliet. She just needs time. She'll come around and see. So cure for problem is not eating? Well, that's easy. Yeah, it's a funny joke, but you know, when that is actually what I result in doing, it's not really good for me. which is why I had to learn to eat again, just like last week. And that was painful. Now I'm back to like eating, so all is good. But yeah, it's it's easy, but not good. Father James says that Eric will burn in hell for his sins against me. I know I shouldn't take joy in that, but the thought of it makes me smile. Father says that even Eric could join the flock if he wanted it so badly enough. Badly enough. But I know my husband well enough to know that he would laugh in the face of the truth. He's rotten with sin, and he will get what he deserves. Oh Lord Jesus, please give me guidance. I was only doing what he asked of me, Lord. I was doing it for him and for you, but I'm 2 weeks late now and throwing up every morning. Lord, oh Lord, I don't know who the Father is. It could be James, or it could be... Do I tell him? Will he be happy with me or furious? Have I sinned? I don't know your cult's rules, but in Christianity, I would say yes. What cleansing will I need to endure to rid my soul of this black mark? So I'm guessing the father could be Andrew. If James was the husband. This person needs Jesus. Okay, but also, she's so worried about being pregnant now. But I don't know. It sounded awful to what they do to people on period. So wouldn't she be glad that she doesn't need to do that for a while now? I think everyone here needs less Jesus. Maybe. What did we get from here? Nothing. We just know the code. Or, like, we know a hint for the code. Next week on Ricky Lake, pregnant sinner. I guess it's wrong to not be pregnant, and it's wrong to also be pregnant. Cleansing. Know the day I received my first vision. Well, I don't. I have no clue. What is Ricky Lake? Did Andrew have a note about it? Whatever women do in cults is wrong. Yeah, okay. I was hoping for some kind of logic, but yeah. How do I know when he had his first? Couldn't remember any other shows like that. With most religious cults, it's wrong to get pregnant, but having babies, it's good. Yeah, like women exist to have babies, right? But, you know, anything related to, like, starting from making the babies and, like, not making the babies is bad. but you need to have babies. What? Being pregnant can also be shameful, but being a mom is glory. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but you can't do one without the other. You don't just magically pull a baby out of your ass. 1993 talk show? The series to be okay. 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 You need to have babies, but not like that. You need to have babies the Christian way. just like Saint Mary did. Totally did when she got pregnant out of nowhere. Okay, y'all, I have no idea the first day of vision for Andrew. Maybe let's explore what's the cleansing room like. Or Anakin's mom. Anakin the space Jesus. It's why the idea of Jesus being born without bonking is such a miracle. I've just now realized that what you mean by bonk. Just installed my washing machine. Did I miss any big breakthroughs? Viola was cheating on James with Andrew and she was pregnant. And we're talking about period. Blood has seeped out from under the door and soaked into the dirt. Flies still swarm the area. Define bonking: to strike or collide with something. I have a fun fact about this too, okay? Apparently, the Virgin Mary is a mistranslation. The original word didn't mean virgin. What did it mean? I'm trying to avoid naughty words. It's confusing. Because I use bonk a lot, but not in that context. I mean, like, bonk. You jimmy the door to no avail. Okay. We don't have this. It was young Mary. sounds like the religion is based on an oopsie then. Cause that sounds fine and makes sense. Hey Phoenix, welcome on in. Happy Sunday. How's it going? Andrew, when did you have a vision? Oh. Did I miss something in the communities? What did I miss? Like, what did I miss? I've missed something crucial. I think it was Andy who worked at the... Not Andy. Andrew who worked at the farm. Maybe I should double check that. To watch this 160p because I'm downloading a game. Well, don't worry, the game is very pixelated anyway. It's the... You're just like immersing yourself with the style by making everything else pixelated as well. Which game are you downloading? Hype to play what? Classic YouTube. Go retro, yeah. I didn't know Andrew had visions. Where did we learn that? Or where should we have... Don't work at the farm. I work at the Silent Hill bookstore. Okay, okay. Here's more of Andrew's journal. Oh, is there... Can I look at the one underneath? No. But this is the only page. And there have been no dates anywhere. How's business? Dagoth Andrew. Cyberpunk, yeah. When did you play it last? Like when it came out? Y'all, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Everything is just locked. I have a hint for a code, but I have no code. No? Do you have the Shakespeare? Yeah, we would... Maybe Heather would appreciate that. It's just a random box. Oh, second base. Is this a baseball field? Oh. Oh. Yeah, I've heard it's gotten like a lot of updates though, so your experience could be very different now. I'm hoping for the best. Not a lot of tourists, just a random existential person here and there. Wait, don't the monsters read? I just watched, or like, well, I say watched, but it was just on while I was like cleaning and doing stuff. Like a really deep dive into Silent Hill 3 from like monster design to why it wasn't commercially as successful as the first two, and it was like super interesting, and now I just want to play them again. Oh yeah, these are toilets. I don't care for those. Andrew, this makes no sense. I don't know what I'm doing here. I only buy that with numbers on the back. With numbers on the back. Oh, yeah. I want to think about going into online selling. That's a horror worse than this town. For the Shakespeare puzzles? It's kind of frustrating that you can't have the notes with you. Know the day I received my first vision and you will know the code. But also, there wasn't like a number pad or anything. Like, it felt like you needed an item, like a physical key. What am I missing here? I'm doing something wrong now. They forgot to program Andrew. Did we listen to this?
We were chosen, all of us, by the Lord.
Did we listen to this?
Do you know how good that feels? To be chosen? I hope you do. It's a feeling we all need in our lives. And on top of that, Father James took a special interest in me. He said he felt spiritually invigorated by my presence, and often called me to the rectory to spend time with him. Not dumb, I knew, but I didn't care. I was so honored to be his chosen.
Yeah, they're not dumb. She knew, but she chose to do it anyway. But that... Like, I think I'm supposed to find the next clue here, but I just don't. Are they referring to James? Like, James had an angel appear to him? I would count that as a vision. These words are the Lord's, become my words, become your words. So they became Andrew's words. But there's still no date. I mean, there's 113. The Book of James from Silent Hill 2. What am I supposed to do? I am stuck. Wait, rectory. Is rectory something different? I thought it would be the cleansing hall. The rectory is something different. Rectory is there. So they have cleansings in many places. Okay. That was my mistake number 1. Well, let's go there and see what's up. Maybe there's a hint for Andrew's vision over there. Is this the school? This map reminds me of an old game. It came from the desert. Oh? What kind of game is it? We need a number. Okay, this is the right place. I just don't know the number. Andrew's first vision. Well, I assume it's Andrew's. Like anyone's first vision. At this point is good enough for me. Dessert. Oh, can I use the generator? Oh. Oh, what is this place? The school. Let's go into the school and see. Okay, it's just open. Cool. Let's just see what's in here. Like a homage to old 50s horror movies with giant ants evading a small desert town. Cool. Kids' jackets. Lucas, John, and Julia's jackets. You rustle through the pockets and find nothing. Uh-oh. I'm not one of those thin people who can play the ping pong.
I often helped Viola in the schoolhouse. I enjoyed working with the children. We taught them reading, writing, scripture. Viola was one of the most faithful among us. If Anne was like the mother
Not
of
the
flock,
imposter.
Viola was the older sister. I remember one lecture she gave the children on the nature of hell that was so vivid, so unflinching, it had the kids in tears. I told her she was scaring them, and she said, "Good, they should be scared."
Yeah, because fear is a very powerful thing to control other people. Juliet, honey, why are you so stubborn? Why do you reject the flock's love? You don't pay attention in class. You don't try hard on your assignments. You lie about doing your readings. I'm worried about you. I've asked Father James to take some time to speak with you one-on-one. Please listen to him. He knows so much. He can help soothe your doubts, I promise. Just please give it a try. Love, Mom. You can make out faded writing from the last lesson, the first revelation, the day Father James received the truth. Oh, it could be James's also. If it's okay, it must be this, but when is it? Oh boy, yeah. You flip through the wall calendar. Okay. April 7th, celebration of the crucifixion. June 3rd, feast of the first revelation. It must be the first. It's June 3rd. July 18th, celebration of the birth of a prophet. June 3rd, June 3rd, June 3rd. You take a book off of the shelf. The illustrated book of Bible stories. Some of the pages are torn out. June 3rd. Read Lucas's assignment. A big role model for me is Father James. He's a prophet of Jesus and a great person. He is going to save all of our souls and let us go to heaven. Father James is funny and smart too. He makes jokes during his talks that make everyone laugh. He shows that you can be a very good person even if you are a little bit weird looking. Oh, even Yeah, that's right, Lucas. Good job. It's what is on the inside that matters. For teaching me that and for saving my soul, Father James is my role model. I love Father James and Jesus. Oh, great. Now, like, Father James gets, like, put on the same level as Jesus. That's great. Wonderful work, Lucas. Father will be so proud. Yeah, that's exactly what he wants, isn't it? This person thought weird-looking people were bad people. I guess so. Maybe he's thought that he himself is weird-looking and was insecure about that. Okay, Ellie writes, Anne is my biggest role model. Oh, that's strike number 1. Why is it not James? She's a perfect wife and mother to all of us. Just like Mary, she does everything she is told to help Father James. She thinks about everyone else before she thinks about herself. I hope to be just like her if I grow up before the days of reckoning. Great work, Ellie. Anne would be so proud to hear this. You will have many chances to be just like her in paradise, so don't worry. I'm assuming paradise is dead. Julie. My role model is Jesus because he is perfect and he loves everyone. I want to be more like Jesus. See me after class, Juliet. Oh yeah, she's the one who doesn't care. In paradise, not here. No, not here. So I'm guessing she didn't grow up to see this place as a, you know. I said that weird. My point is already across. I don't know how to finish this sentence, so I'll just read John's assignment. Leonard and Peyton are my role models. Aw, that's so cute. They know how to fight and how to protect the flock from Satan and secular bad guys. Good work, John. I hope it never comes to violence. June 3rd. Ah! June 3rd. Let's go. I don't need my notes. It's June 3rd. So I would guess 0. June is 6. The pad clock clicks open and slips easily off of the gate. Yeah! I am a hacker. Secular bad guys. You take a book off of the shelf. We know the conspiracy can trace itself back as far as the 4th century. When Athanasius and his cronies first began to exclude essential works from the Bible. Are these the same things over and over? I'm not sure anymore. Like, I think so, but are they? What the heck is going on here? What the heck is going on here?
We have all been given our purposes by the Lord. And if we listen close enough to our hearts, if we pray hard enough, we can feel that purpose coursing through us.
The purpose.
To excel in our God-given purpose is its own form of cleansing.
So this is not dirty.
Some of us are called to labor in the fields, to feed the flock. Some are called to train and to defend us. Others to teach our children the true way of things. The Lord calls upon many women to provide succor and relief.
Right, sure.
Now those of you with husbands may be rightly confused. Is this not a sin? I ask you, do you not love the Lord more than your husband? Would you deny the Lord himself your love? I am his flag bearer.
You can just, like, whatever you want, just put it in words in a way that makes it happen. That explains. Now, yeah. Do you not love the Lord? Oh, you do? Well, suck on my dick then. Like, that's what he wants. As we all know, sin is our debt. Our pain is our currency. It is by paying with pain that we cleanse ourselves and become ready for the days of reckoning. Pain. Why does pain have to... Why is pain involved? Like, it sounds it sounds to me like you were able to come up with a way of making the women at least partially want to do it. Like, at least somewhat voluntarily. However, new teachings have been bestowed on me by the angel Serial in a vision. The doctrine of alternative cleansing has been revealed. As we know, sin is the intersection of unclean vectors, but if one is fully cleansed, how can sin come from that act? In fact, the opposite is true. The act becomes a godly one. Yeah, if you just, like, shower before bonking, as Andy would say, you're clean. It's all clean. You've cleaned up. It's all good. To know deeply a truly cleansed body is to be cleansed oneself. That is, to lie with one who is fully cleansed is to bypass the need for blood cleansing. Now this applies to all cleansed bodies, but, and I do not say this to boast, as of now only I am truly cleansed, says the Father, aka James. I am worried of blood cleansing, like, in addition to all of this. The Book of Sagebrush. The world is a wicked place, and redemption can only be found through Christ. This is the truth, and though it was known to the Lord's flock, they did not heed the word. The Lord Christ descended in final judgment some 1,000 years ago, as foretold in Scripture. Among men he found not one true believer. The angels wept, but the covenant was kept as it must be. None were given eternal life at the feet of the Father, and men were left to fester in their own sin. Only I, you will never reach my status. Like, get on my level, except you never will, but you need to try anyway. For 200 generations, man has desecrated the earth given unto them. They have murdered each other, known sinful women, and lusted after false gods. They do not deserve to be saved. So, why were those women sinful? If these aren't, because they love Jesus? What's the logic in here? Trailer master key, I can go everywhere. Not them sinful women. Nothing sinful about the men who are with the sinful women, but the women are sinful. Not even video game logic, it's just cult logic. That's like a level beyond. Note to Viola, my sweet, sweet bee, I have a very important task for you. There's a deceiver among us, a lying snake who intends to bring ruin upon the flock. This is a test. We must prove our faith by removing this cancer. The deceiver will never reveal himself to me, but he might to you. I would ask that you use your feminine charms to get close to the men in the flock. Specifically, I'm worried about Andrew, Leonard, and Peyton. Get them to open up to you. If they have nothing to hide, they will be forgiven before Christ. Find the deceiver so that we may strike him from this world and prove our dedication to our Lord. Do this for me, for the flock, and for Christ, Father. So, would he do it so that it turns out to be Andrew, you know, who she's been with? Oh, oopsie. Andrew's bad. We need to kill him. Nothing to do with you sleeping with him. But, yeah, he needs to go. Joda, thank you for the snacks. How are you doing? A bed covered in red satin sheets, pillows askew. And of course there's like chairs so people can watch in the video camera. A camcorder aimed at the bed. You hit the eject button and find an VHS tape inside. Are we gonna watch this? Good afternoon. A note on the Messiah. I would like to clarify a few points of confusion that I have noticed among the flock. It is imperative that this is understood deeply and truly. I am not the Christ. Only Christ is the Christ. I am a prophet of Christ, his messenger of flesh, a vehicle of the word. I have been blessed with abilities beyond the normal man and a great responsibility by our Lord, but I am still only a man. My teachings are directly transmitted from our Heavenly Father. Oh good, early Discord movie night. Meditation on suffering. Transcribed from a sermon given by Father James. A sermon? What do each of us have in common? A soul? The stain of sin? Love of our Lord? Yes, these things, but also we have all endured great suffering, and that, friends, is why we are here. As Christ suffered, so we have and will continue to suffer. Our suffering paved the path for each of us to join the flock. He's correct. Suffering, as we know, is the divine currency, but like any currency, we can exchange one form of legal tender for another. And so we pay our debt in physical pain. Why? Good question. I know some of you fear the cleansing room. I understand, I really do. But bodily pain is but temporary. It can be overcome. Spiritual pain is eternal. It will follow us past the days of reckoning. This is your choice. Bleed now from temporary wounds of transient flesh, or suffer eternally. When you put it that way, it's not such a difficult decision, is it? San, I see. So, like, cultish speech. So, I wonder what's his motive for this. He has managed to make the people, like, I don't know, somehow be tortured. But why? What's his interest behind this? Why does he want this? Like, obviously, he has made up the rules. So much buffering? Ah. I have been dropping some frames, though. It might be on my end. I don't know. Has anyone else noticed anything? Typewriter. Let's take it and beat monsters with it. A dusty old typewriter with a yellowing sheet of paper in the carriage. We don't get to read it. Also more serial. So people don't sin. I've had no issue. Okay. It's been fine. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the frame drops don't always like even, they aren't even noticeable sometimes if it's just like, if there's like 1 frame dropped per second, so that there's only 59 frames per second, you know, you probably wouldn't notice. I'm not sure how it happens exactly. It's not happening now. Anne's diary. Another night sleeping downstairs. I don't mean to complain. I can hear James and the others from in here, so happy, so fulfilled. It warms my heart. So I don't mean to complain, but it is cold in here and something in the room is driving my allergies crazy. It's hard to sleep, but I suppose it's all worth it. So people don't sin? It wasn't the point that they've suffered. Is it the same? No, it's not the same. But I don't know. Like, is it really bad enough of a punishment for sinning? Like, he could have made up, like, if you sin, you're expelled. Like, I feel like they're made to think that they're getting off easy. I watched a 30-hour stream beforehand of a streamer averaging around 800 people, not a single problem, none, but with smaller streams, completely different experience. Perhaps there is some, like, difference between being a partner and not. The painting shows an intensely focused middle-aged man. He holds a book in his left hand. The painting seems less than professional, but the man's determination shows through. Also, location. Like, there's different service in different locations. He wants people to stay, though. Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, why that specific punishment? It could be so many other things. I'm just saying that because I think we'll hopefully get an answer to that. Beyond these doors is a sacred space. Only fully cleansed believers who have been given express permission by Father James may enter. The Lord protects this room. Trespassers will suffer mightily. But it was just James who's fully cleansed. Well, I don't think I can go. Yeah, okay. Cult leaders are crazy. That explains most stuff. It's true, but I don't know. It just interests me, like, to learn more about the crazy mind of, like, oh, it's getting dark. Of, like, why the crazy person chose to do it this way. Like, that's interesting to me. I hate it. I enjoy smaller streamers a lot more. And that's strange. It doesn't really make sense, honestly. Self-flagellation is used by religions. What does that mean? Okay, so we can go to any and every trailer. Also, we haven't been here. Are these your toilets? Pregnancy test. Why would you throw it there? Literally everyone comes here. I use pregnancy test lies tucked away near the toilet. It's positive. Yeah, well, we knew that already. But why would you? I don't know, just bury it somewhere. Because if that's the only toilet, everyone's gonna go and see that. Small brain moments. The master key doesn't seem to work on this door? Bullshit. A beating consisting of lashes, notably as corporal punishment or mortification, such as a whipping or scourging. Self-flagellation is used by religions. We've been there. This this is bullshit. Maybe it's for that one specific trailer with the crazy padlock. Even though that's not supposed to be it's not the trailer door that's like locked. It's this padlock. Yeah, okay. Okay. At least it didn't make sense when I didn't think it would. Leonard. Oh, Leonard was a key part. Yeah. Leonard was one of the suspects of being the imposter. Stuck with Winston. Winston is Lara Croft's butler, the one who you can lock into the freezer in the Croft Manor in Tomb Raider 2 and 3.
The deceiver changed Father James, though only a few of us seemed to notice. He had new revelations almost daily. Doctrines changed. Actions that would have been terrible sins previously were suddenly permissible, while seemingly innocent behaviors became mortal sins. The others seemed to have no problem going along with it. I wondered if something was wrong with me. Father grew visibly agitated, and as adamant as he was about the sanctity of his new revelations, something was different. He was scared, and that scared me.
Uh-oh. What made him change the rules? Leonard's note. Thou shalt not kill, but it's not that simple, is it? We are God's army. We must protect our flock. This is a war with souls on the line. We must be resolute, unwavering. So why won't my hand stop shaking? Why do I keep seeing his face when I close my eyes? Somehow I didn't think fighting for the Lord would mean beating an unarmed man to death with a shovel. Lord, why won't my hand stop shaking? So you see me as the butler and yourself as Lara Croft? Sure. Note from Henry. I wonder who did he beat up? My wild guess right now is Andrew, but we don't know that yet. Leo, it's gotta be him. I'm certain. He hasn't talked yet, but I have no doubt. Scrounge around his trailer and see if you find any leverage. We busted the log grabbing him last night, so you'll have to use your bolt cutters to get in. Oh, not Andrew. Whoever... I heard a sound and I'm not sure if it came from my mouth or from the game. Okay, so not Andrew. I don't remember whose trailer was bolted shut, but we're going to find out. This guy likes to drink. Leonard. You heard nothing. It may have come from my mouth then. Like, sort of like, I didn't say anything, but you know. Probably air came out or something. Random Maria noise. You clip the chains which fall limply to the side. The door hangs slightly ajar. Peyton. Uh-oh. There's the bloody shovel. Note from Lillian. I changed my lock like you suggested. I left a copy of the new key under the tree near the fire pit. I was at the fire pit. Transmit code and encryption code. Compromised need do not wreck frontal raid. Armed mill-grade hardware training. Most are 100% bought in, will use violence. What? This sounds like a telegram. I'm gonna pick up shovel. Oh, we're gonna dig up that key, right? Peaton's notes. Father James Israel, born Donald McCritic, born Idaho, early 50s, unclear. Vietnam vet, honorably discharged 1970 due to shrapnel injury. Born again in late 70s. Criminal record includes larceny, drug possession, vagrancy. Married to Anne McKittrick. Signs of amphetamine addiction. Receives vision from an angel named Serial starting in 1986. Left former church and founded Perfect Heaven with wife. Purchased Black Sage Ranch 1991. Anne McKittrick Israel. Born Oregon, not much known. Worked as secretary for a heating and cooling company for years. Met Donald/James through church. Married 1981. Complete loyalty to husband. Primary recruiter for group. What happened to her? Oh yeah, Anne. Anne was the one living in the back room, in the cold room. Andrew Custer. Born unknown, recruited in Houston? We have a problem. Owned a small farm, runs the farm for group. Frequently writes to his brother in El Paso. Viola DeWitt, mid-30s, from Albuquerque. 2 children, Juliet, 11, and Lucas, 9. Recently divorced from her husband, claims frequent abuse. Frequent consort of Father James. Oh right, she's no longer married, but she sleeps with both James and Andrew. See you, Mixette? Leonard Vanderhoff, late 20s, former police officer, National Guard, military training. Discharged due to drug addiction. James promised to help him get clean. Seems to have worked for a little while. Access to weapons. Trains group members in arms and tactics. Often has alcohol on his breath. Relapse? Dangerous. Definitely relapse. Lillian Carter, early 20s, born San Diego, 1972. Recent college graduate, some useless degree. Depressed, trouble finding job, often goes to rectory for alternative cleansing with other women. Seems to have more doubts than some others. Reach out to her. Oh, I feel sick. Oh, this is all horrible. Where exactly was the fire pit? We're going digging. Was it here? So James just gets to sleep with everyone. And it's just so gross. What do we have? Lillian. We also need to find a TV. Could there have been a TV in the school? Definitely not in the community center, I think. Or like in the dining room. Let me check the school. No TV. Lillian. Perhaps this is Lillian's trailer key? Even though we should have the master? Alana. Do we have it on the map? It's this one. Nice. Oh, she has cute lights. I like her. Note from Viola. Lillian, forgive me if I am speaking too freely, but I care deeply about you and I worry that you are having doubts about the Father and his teachings. You're young, Lily. I understand where you're coming from, believe me, but as someone with a lot more life experience, let me tell you that you have nothing to doubt. Father James is a prophet of the Lord. He speaks the true word. If you need proof, just look at his prophecies that have come true. But more than that, if you pray and listen quietly, you will feel in your very soul the truth of his teachings. I'm here for you if you need to talk. Yours in Christ's love, Viola. What has he foretold exactly? Lillian's diary. How can the absolute truth change so rapidly? First, the doctrine of cleansing, which was immutable and unavoidable, pain as currency, etc., etc. Then the doctrine of alternative cleansing, which seemed to change the rules against extramarital sex and polygamy, but only in the service of a clean body. Now, yeah, so only with Father James is allowed to sleep with, in addition to your husband. Now Father James has received another revelation, which he pronounced privately only to a few of us women. It's not written down, it hasn't been added to the Book of Sariel, and it directly contradicts previous doctrine. I'm too embarrassed to say it. Father says that the Lord has brought a deceiver into our midst. In order to test the strength of our faith, we must be ready to prove our dedication to the flock, and like Abraham with his son Isaac, we must be ready to sacrifice our notion of what is moral in order to serve the greater cause. Is this God's plan for us, to use our bodies as tools? Why doesn't this feel right? It's interesting. He seems to have, like, there's only evidence that he has talked about the imposter with the women, and I guess he urged the women to like go find out who it is, but he did talk about it with the men too, though, because the bot won't go down to that level, Spoder. He won't. He won't do that. Spoder, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Much appreciated. How you doing today? Don't you just hate it when your cat wakes you up like this? Meow, 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 meow. Yes, that's Mokuzo. Closing in on 4 years. Hats off indeed. Yo, thank you so much, Spoder. Hope you're doing good. I have noticed that I think there's like a spam protection or something in the text-to-speech, because Izzy used to do like, woo, like with a lot of, or we or something, with like a lot of the same letter, and that never got read out loud. So I think there's some sort of AI behind it. Just for future, if you want to play with it later. God damn. Uh-oh. Rasky, hello. Welcome on in. Thanks, Spot. Yeah, too bad. 1 month till 4 years and your 4th upgrade on your subcat. You're alright? Nice. Welcome to a cult investigation. Try with 1 less meow next month. Yeah, woo! Decreasing amount every month until we find the one that works. I don't know if I have a setting for that. Like, I don't remember there being a setting for that, but it would, like, could be fun to not censor anything. There was also Double subscribed earlier with a message about the Tomb Raider assault course. You know, whatever Lara says, I think, in Tomb Raider 2 when you go to her home. And assault was replaced with another word. I guess it was too bad of a word. I have to think of an upgrade. You do. There's one streamer I watched that has a bot that says "Tee," the funniest way ever. I can imagine. Nice. There are so many like TTS bots to choose from. There's like several for each accent, and then there's several male voices and several female voices, and it's like, I think this one I used to have like a child reading them out loud because I thought that was very creepy, but I switched it to what I think was like a super pleasant voice. I don't, but it's possible to change. Yeah, we read this. Okay, so Lillian's sus about all of this, as one should. Cleansing room key. Uh-oh. Okay.
He risked his life coming to me. Somehow he could tell that I was wavering. I'm still not sure how. He was from the FBI, he said, and he was here to investigate the group as a cult. When he said that word, I told him to go to hell. I almost went right to Father James. But I didn't. He left me a pamphlet that talked about the signs of a dangerous cult. At first I refused to read it. What was the point? How could that have anything to do with our group? But I did read it, and even though my entire brain was screaming at me, I went back to him.
No, I feel so bad. My favorite is the Japanese woman. I don't think I've heard that one. I mean, rally English teachers. I can set up like a Finnish text-to-speech, and them trying to read English it's hilarious, but I feel like most of it is like illegible, but in listening form. Like, you can't make up what they say. Did we read this one? Lillian, a member of the flock who will not be named, happened upon one of the books you purchased while on a trip into town. While reading non-church materials is not strictly prohibited, I must caution you against consuming too much, if any, secular material. The godless worldview is powerfully poisonous with its promises of pleasure without consequences and freedom from rules. But here you know true freedom, freedom from sin, freedom from damnation, and the true pleasure of God's love. Consider this a friendly warning. I want the best for you, my sister. If it becomes clear that your reading is compromising your faith, we may have to change the rules in order to protect you as well as the rest of the flock. James. A drunk voice would be nice. Is there a faint howling sound in the game? Or are you surrounded by wolves? I think it's from the game. I hope. It's easygoing. What if you are surrounded by wolves? Pleasure without consequences. You mean I can eat this whole chocolate cake without getting fat? I didn't know that. Alchemical symbol for blood etched in. This doesn't even say that it's for the cleansing room, but it is. Great. Let's go see the cleanses. Hashtag order Maria 4,000 ice creams. Yes. Yes. I remember early in the Twitch days, there was a service that you could like buy pizza. You could get like a pizza delivered to the streamer's house. Like I think without you ever knowing their address. We need that. We need that. Like there needs to be, someone needs to sell this idea to Vault. That allows streamers to enter their addresses there and allow viewers to order stuff from Vault without ever like sacrificing the privacy. Did have to check it by taking my heads off. Heads off. I did read headphones off. Whee! You hear it too? The wolves have surrounded everyone. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it to come to this. There's no light switch. Sin is thy debt. Pain is thy currency. Oh, here's the light switch. This is freaking great. This is freaking great. I remember the pizza service. Didn't it get abused to the max? Possibly. Like, could you somehow abuse it without having to pay? Because that sucks. Or like, maybe do a chargeback thing. Why do people have to ruin things? I know, right? That's a big pack. I think they added a cooldown later on after some streamer getting dozens of pizzas. Yeah, maybe it doesn't really work if you are someone with like thousands of viewers. Old blackened blood has seeped into the cracks of the altar. That man gives me shivers, y'all. Give me bloody axe. Yes, I need this for science. Also, this music. Can you all hear this music? I much prefer the wolves. Oh, it's unsettling. It's Mokusa contracting some wolves because he had vegetarian food. I mean, you should have seen his face. Like he was all over me this morning. Like I spent the whole day in the bedroom with him because I knew I'd be sitting here for the rest of the day, and Jay's at work all day, so like we don't want him to be alone too much. So I was there, so I was having breakfast in bed and I had cheese on the bread and he was all over me. He was like, give it. I had to like push him away because, you know, I don't want to give him cheese. Like he has already like a pretty upset stomach, so I only give him the food that he's allowed to eat. And then, you know, later when I have my lunch slash dinner, he gets all excited, like jumps on the bed like, oh, you're back from the kitchen with food. And he's like, I had the plate on the bed because I was like working on the remote or something, and he's like coming for me because he expects me to have it on me, but he almost steps in it. He didn't even notice the plate on the bed. He almost steps in it and like lifts his paw and like smells it, and he just looks at me like, okay, but where's the food? Because it was like a rice and spinach meal. And when he realizes that that is the food, he like, that's where the picture is from. Like, he went to the other corner of the bed, like staring at the food, kind of offended. And then quickly after the picture, he just jumped down and left. And he was like, he was very offended. It was hilarious. Because he always begs for food whenever you're eating something. I wouldn't complain about dozens of pizzas. You can freeze them and eat them later. Now we finally start our own cult. That's the goal of the game, right? Yes, take over. Like, we already have the premises now. Blukusa. Clearly you have to cater your diet to a guest cat's preferences to steal. Yeah, I missed that memo. Improper thoughts, lust. 3 cuts with small blade. Improper thoughts, doubt. 5 cuts with small blade. Stealing. 1 finger or 1 hand, depending on the item's value. Sloth. 2 lashes from the whip. That doesn't sound like that bad. I mean, I guess it's more like you're a sloth constantly, so you kind of get whipped constantly, so maybe that's what makes it bad. Taking the Lord or Father James's name in vain. 5 cuts, large blade. You can't even say Father James's name? Yeah, what the heck? Murder, rape, idolatry? The violating body part, hand, genitals, eyes. I think this is the part where the rules changed, because murder was absolutely allowed at some point. If it was in the name of the Lord. Don't want to join this club? Why not? Also, and rape is like possibly what happened? Loophole with what? All those Bieber fans are too. They have their own cult with different rules. You can steal as much as you like if you don't have any hands. How do you steal without hands, though? Prosthetics? Oh. You are right. Then prosthetics become illegal, I guess. Wow, there's like a bunch of tools in there. Or locked up. I don't even know how you're supposed to go there. There's no door here. Like, how does... I'm assuming it's James who does these. How does he go in there? Holy heck. Hey, key to the mines? There are mines? There are. And there's also a chapel that we haven't visited yet. The Book of Sariel. And yet the Lord in his infinite love and compassion has not forsaken those who have forsaken him. No man is without the cloud of sin, but the light of the Lord shines brightly. To make thyself ready for the Lord's embrace, cleanse thyself of sin by way of self-sacrifice. give up thy blood, thy flesh, for it is soiled and pathetic, unworthy of the Lord's gaze. For each sin committed by the hand, whip the arm once. For each sin committed by the feet, whip the leg once. For each sin committed by the eyes or mouth, cut the face once. Pray thou over thy spilled blood, and in cleansing it thou cleanseth thyself. This is like a great example of second chances. Oh, you looked at something that you shouldn't have? Never looking at anything anymore. We're going to Moria. I hope Nat wasn't there. This isn't a mine, it's a tomb. I wouldn't be surprised if we find all the bodies there. Sin is thy debt, earthly pain thy currency. For those who are thoroughly purged of sin in this manner, and who have followed the commandments of the Lord, and who believe truly in their heart and body, the days of taking will bring them to the feet of the Lord, free of earthly flesh, awash in divine light for eternity. Have faith, be cleansed, and this will be your reward. Maybe they managed to cleanse everyone. And they were like ready for the mass suicide. Maybe that's why.
He called it the cleansing room, where we would exchange pain in this realm for forgiveness in the next. We'd all gather in front of the altar, and one by one we would declare our sins to the flock, each of us given penance to perform in front of the others. Bloodletting, self-flagellation. I saw men break their own bones, and women cut off a finger that had caused them to sin. It was true devotion, and it was terrifying and wonderful to see.
No context. No context? Do you not love the Lord? Oh, you do? Well, suck on my dick then. Like, that's what he wants. Yep. Apparently. Apparently that's what he wants. You heard it here. Mines. We're going to the mines. It was like even further here, right? Is this where the mines begin? Yeah, that's a mine card and tracks. Okay. Oh, yay. Oh, yay. Out of service. Well, we have a service for you. It's called an axe. You hack away with the axe until the boards fall away, revealing an open space behind. Ooh, down we go. Whee! Classic horror elevator moment needs to be that we see a ghost somewhere in a higher level. Well, this ain't a horror game per se. It has a horror theme, sort of. It can be scary, but I don't think this is a horror game. I bet there's nothing bad down here. Probably. The lights just went off on their own. Left or right? I think the blood tracks go right. Could there be something in here? Yes. Hey, generator. Awesome. Wait. Wait. Why doesn't my magical generator key work? Darn it. It would be nice to have lights. It's not absolutely necessary. You know, just nice to have. Wait, we can open it. Pamphlets. Contingency, protecting the flock. Our secular enemies see our imminent salvation and find themselves filled with jealousy and rage. They want to keep the world immersed in sin, and they will stop at no lengths to prevent us from fulfilling the Lord's plan. Did anyone ask why? Why? What's their motive? We must be prepared to protect the flock. Henry was able to use his contacts in the Southwest Patriots Corps to get us arms and armor for protection. He will be leading training drills starting Thursday, mandatory for all in the flock, children included. We will rise up and fight in Christ's name if necessary. They've been shooting. That's a shooting practice target. Oh, maybe it needs oil? Oh, what the fuck? Okay, now we're talking about a proper cult when they have the big guns. Military-grade rifles and ammunition are piled among the straw-lined interior of the crate. Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah, this is where they did it. Okay. Maybe I should go back and see if we can turn on the lights now. What doesn't like the A word, so gonna call them cuddle rifles. Yeah, definitely not assault rifles, cuddle rifles. Oh, it seems to have run out of gas. Oil doesn't fix that now, does it? Freedom rifles? Assault rifle? All of them rifles. Every kinds of rifle. Like a kind? You push the cart, but the wheels of the cart creak and strain. Okay, now with the oil. You eke out the remaining oil from the can onto the rusting wheels. Let's go. Yeah. Okay. Oh! We found someone. Who's this? A decomposing body curled in fetal position. You reach out to touch it, and a note falls from the corpse's pocket. Indiana Jones moment incoming. That squeak. Is this the note? It was already here though. L. Was it Leonard? I got your delivery. I made a copy of the key to James's room last night, but I think Andrew noticed. He was acting suspicious. I'm going to hide the copy somewhere we both have access to it, in case something happens. Look in the southwest corner of the cornfields. You'll find it. P. Who's P? Oh! P was the... I don't remember his name, but he was the betrayal guy. He was the... Like... Leonard murdered him. That's the fetal position? I was thinking the same. thought you found a member of the Blue Man crew. I guess the fetus decides to do planking. Fetuses can be in any position they want. Okay, southwest. Southwest. No, north is that way. Southwest. So where it says zoom. So in like here. I guess. In the very corner. Okay.
I think it might have been my fault they found Peyton. We were seen together too often, maybe.
That guy,
But
Pete.
how would they know? Maybe they saw the pamphlet? I don't know. I don't know, but I can't shake the feeling that it's my fault. It doesn't matter. They found him. They told us he had decided to leave the flock. I didn't believe them, but I didn't ask any questions. After that, we moved on. It was like he had never been there at all. It scared me, but instead of trying to get away, I just let myself fall deeper in. I did my best to shut out any doubts. It was easier that way.
He just left. It's fine. He just left. Because whenever someone's having doubts, we definitely don't like bully them until they change their mind. We just let him go. Okay, will this help something? To turn on the generator? Like, I feel like we've already explored everywhere. Oh, it's blinking. Oh, bleh. Because we're supposed to go out. Oh, this is necessary for the elevator, right? It's not for the lights. Very open-minded cult. Indeed. Indeed. Also, are we literally just 4K away from the snack goal being completed? To me, it says 62K raised. I'm pretty sure I put it to 66 and something. Spoder, thank you for that. Now we're at 64K. Rasky, thank you for that. It's 66K. I think we only need 600. Because I put it 666 because it was funny. Because, you know, spooky. No, we're 2K away. No. Is it 80 snacks? 80 snacks. Come on. Someone has 80 snacks, right? Or do we have to do that next time? Anyone who hasn't contributed today? Oh, it's 1080 Spoder, you wank. Oh, really? Already maxed out. Oh, it rounds it up for me. I only see 66K on the preview thing. Wait, someone did it, but there's no... I don't know who it was. It must have been someone who already contributed today. But there it is. GG, y'all. Thank you so much. We're doing Spooky Indie October. Which I might start early because I can't wait. It was me! Thank you, Andy. Thank you, everybody. Aren't I in the southwest corner now? Of the cornfield. Ah, I'm the... This is where the corn starts. Aha, patch of dirt. I got a patch of dirt. I got a patch of dirt. Vibe. We are having spooky indie October. Heck yeah! I'm so excited. I have so many games in mind that I wanna catch up on. Cause I bet there's gonna be a gazillion. Wait, I should look what I unlabeled. Well, I'm thinking the only place we haven't been is the chapel. I don't really recall anything else being locked still. So let's head up there, shall we? Yeah, I bet there's gonna be so many new indie horror games coming out for Halloween, so we need to catch up before that with the ones that we haven't played. The vibe is so good. I think there was a path next to the fire pit. Ah, here it is. We'll definitely finish Silent Hill Origins first. I'm not gonna have yet another unfinished game. But that reminds... Oh! I know what we could do, like, before the actual Indie October. Because I do have some unfinished games. For one reason or another. And as I've been going through my YouTube videos and, like, organizing and kind of cleaning... I've been reminded of all the ones that I didn't finish for some reason. And maybe we can go back and finish stuff up before October, and in October we could have like actual full playthroughs. Immortality did come out. I was warned that it has like sex scenes and stuff, so it might be awkward to do on stream. I haven't decided if I want to play it yet. Don't see how it's useful. Huh. Sex scenes. Yes. Quite a bit of nudity. Egg scenes? What has been locked? What has been locked? Like the trailers, sure. No. We broke the padlock. Just turn off your monitor if you don't want to see it. Like, also, I'm still salty that they got rid of my favorite mechanic in those games. It's like listening carefully and writing words down that could be keywords, but now you don't write anything down, so I'm still upset with that. But perhaps. Just finished my language homework. There was so much to do. GG, love for doing it. The mines? I think we explored that. Cleansing room. Well, that's the tool place, but there didn't seem to be a lock anywhere. There was the farm shed. There was nothing locked from what I recall. What was in the rectory? There was the upstairs room in the rectory. That's what this must be for. I think it's James's room. Oh, heck yeah. We're gonna see some creepy shit. But yeah, I don't know, how would you feel if I picked up some games that I've played before but not finished and finished? Is it too out of context? Only the cleansed ones can be here. Can enter. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be, honestly. It's hard to look at them when they turn blue. I am not really sure either. Would be fun? Ooh, cool. Oh, I just walk. Okay, you can just walk through. So this is his room. This is James's room. He has his own personal altar. Another altar also bathed in red light, sitting under a wall of religious imagery. There's him, of course. The painting shows. Yeah. We've had this description. Is there an option to turn off highlighting? There weren't many options. And it's kind of useful when you know that you can click on something. A painting depicting Christ's dead body being removed from the cross at Golgotha. A reprint of an etching of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. And air condition, or is that the red light? I wouldn't be surprised if he had air conditioning here. Father James's bed, messy, covered in thick woolen sheets that have held in years of must. How old is this? We've got the TV. We got the TV. We can watch the awful video. James's journal. Finally slept last night. Spoke with the devil. He came to the foot of my bed to bargain for the safety of the flock. But L.O., I outsmarted him. L.O.? Begged me to stop my crusade, and I spat in his face. Spat in the devil's face, and he shriveled away. Sin has physical mass. I have measured it in experiments and have determined the mathematical formula for determining a person's sin. Weight not visible to naked eye requires a special weighing device attuned to divine wavelengths. Will build and test all flock to ensure cleanliness, especially Lillian Juliet Leonard. Anonymous, thank you for the 10 biddies. Thank you. It all goes towards us playing Plague Tale Innocence after the spooky October. Thank you. Don't know if I want to watch the video. Yeah, same. It's gonna be the last thing we do. I don't laughing out. Look, see, behold. Ah, okay. Spooky bits. We even got spooky bits for spooky October. Kind of. Intended to wait for Juliet to come of age for alternative cleansing, but came across rabbinic texts citing consummation of marriage as young as 3 years and 1 day. We'll pray and wait for answer? No! Now he wants to fuck the kids. Dream notes. A great winged leviathan emerges from the clouds, speaking in radio waves, surrounded by angels. Leviathan spoke of the deceiver closing in, bringing unclean evil to the flock, inflicting them with doubt and opening our gates to the outside world. Angels flew into the Leviathan's mouth and lit his tongue on fire. Breath of flame exploded outward and engulfed the world in my dream. I understand, Lord. Jesus, not Jesus, James. Very uncomfortable. Same. Waiting for an answer. All he needs is take more drugs and he'll find the answer. A shoebox stuffed with baggies of white powder and a glass pipe. Blackened at the end. Yeah, exactly. He just gets high and makes the rules. And people compare him to Jesus. G fucking G. I don't think we can open this. Oh my god. A stack of old nudie mags ranging from pretty tame to seriously perverted, tucked away under the bed as if it's a 12-year-old's bedroom. James, what the fuck? I'm scared to watch this.
My flock, I have wonderful news. No.
This
My
isn't
flock,
his room.
I have wondrous news. The days of reckoning are upon us. Some of you may be afraid. Damn it, no.
SpongeBob reruns.
I have wondrous news. The days of reckoning are upon us. Be not afraid. This is the day we have been working towards all this time. The focal point of all history. The end point of all creation. I have seen the signs. I have heard the word of the Lord. I speak the word of the Lord. I am the word of the Lord. Yes, that's good there. Three, 5, 6.
3569.
Damn it.
No?
3, 5, 6, 8. Shit. And what's the code for the damn safe? 4.
3564. I was expecting kinky shit, but luckily we were saved. What was it? What was it? 3, 5, 6, 4. Okay. You have the seal now. No more excuses. It's time to head to the chapel and face the past. Praise be to the Lord. Our temple has been revealed. Angels of the Lord have revealed specifications for our temple. The temple of the prophet shall be a sacred space reserved only for Father James and his chosen to further pursue revelation and closeness to the Lord. The temple will contain a single king-sized bed, food enough for 2 people for 200 days, full copies of my scripture, weapons and ammunition. The measurements, which must be followed exactly, are as follows. Well, okay. Yeah, screw you, James. You're paying for this electricity. Bye. His chosen one? So, wait a minute. Like, are you saying that, like, everyone else suicided? But then him and his, like, forced wife are now living luxuriously in here. There's a light on. Evito. Who's suiciding? That must be the verb, right? Wait, now it's no longer lit. Is it her? Like, what was her name? Who's like, recording these? Is it her that's here?
Don't be afraid. There's no need to be afraid. We must go through the flames, but the flames will not hurt us. Not our true selves, our spiritual selves.
That's a
I know
that's a
his
terrible
will,
way to
and
go.
It's time.
Ugh.
This world, it's molded in filth. It's too far gone. They sent demons to test our resolve. They expected us to give up the fight, but here, today, we prove to all of them that we never gave up. Our faith never wavered. Today, we take our place at the foot of the throne of the Lord. Here now, we'll dull the bodies a little. There's no need for it to hurt. Here, drink this. Drink this. Pass these
Okay,
around.
so at least they were numb.
Things will go a little fuzzy, but then the flames will take us, and we will join our Lord in his heaven,
Imagine
be
just
by
being
his
numb
side
and like,
forever.
oh, I'm on fire.
where we belong. Amen.
And then, like, I imagine he himself
Boy, I
didn't
love
burn.
each and every one of you so much. God bless.
Oh my god, Eddie.
That's when they locked the doors. And then Andrew and Leonard started soaking rags in lighter fluid while I started handing out the cups. Little paper cups full of crushed up Quaaludes mixed with lemonade. Father kept preaching as we drank. They lit the rags and put them around the outer walls. Everything caught so quickly. Soon everything was on fire and people just sat down in it. Let it take them. Something clicked. I don't know what. I needed to get out. I didn't want to die. I remembered Father's temple and I ran.
It's lit now, makes sense. Yeah, welcome back. This looks sick. Journal. Games, fun, things are heating up. Don't you love it when you come back from the dog walk and the food is ready? No, we are not Hannibal Lecter. That was pretty fire. It was pretty, like, in a way. Yeah, like, I like the colors and stuff. Don't you remember? Don't you remember how you survived? Why don't you want to remember? I'm sorry, what? What did I have? You know why. When the time came, you couldn't face the Lord. Your doubt had eaten away at you. You didn't join them in their glorious death, but in your doubt, neither did you save them. So these are her notes, I guess. You're a coward. At this point, I wouldn't mind being a coward if that's what it means. Oh, fuck yes. Basement! Woo! More altars. Oh, yeah. Another altar also bathed in red light. Yep. Oh, they have the same. So I expect there are still people here. right? There's another TV set here, of course.
The door shut behind me and everything was dark and completely silent, as if the burning chapel and all the people dying behind me didn't exist. The drugs took over then, and it was all I could do to crawl into bed before I passed out.
There's a stack of comic books. This is just where they lived. Where he lived. I don't know. Wasn't he supposed to go here with someone? Did he go with her? Still cereal needs to be here. Okay, that's spoiled. I guess they're no longer here or no longer alive. Was it poison or sleeping pills? It was something to numb. They said what it was, but I don't remember. What the fuck?
Ma'am, who started the fire? Ma'am, I know you've been through a lot, but we need your cooperation to piece all of this together. Who started the fire?
Pretty much everyone. Father James lit the first flame, but the others helped it spread.
So they weren't coerced.
No. They were weeping with joy. People were singing.
And you? What did you do? Ma'am?
I ran away. My flashlight stopped working. Can I get this tape? No. How deep is the bunker? I'm thinking, there's something fishy going on. Am I Lilius?
Honey, you're being quiet.
I don't know what to say.
It's just... Lillian, was it something we did?
Dad,
I just don't understand how you could run off and join some insane cult.
I don't know, Dad. I don't know.
You're a smart girl. What were you thinking? Lillian, the things I've heard on the news. Where are you going?
Don't blame her at this point, perhaps. Just be happy that she's home. How about that? And more down we go. It's just pink lights now.
So, Lillian, have you been having any more thoughts since your last attempt?
All the time.
It seems as if you almost regret surviving the fire.
I don't know. I don't. It's so confusing. I didn't want to die, but I feel like I let them all down.
Let them down because you didn't save them? Or
They were her
because you
family,
didn't die with
kind
them?
of, right?
I don't know anymore.
Well, listen to me. No matter what, you deserve to live. I promise you. Lillian, you deserve to live.
I need to go. I can't do this right now. I can't.
Okay, now it's not pink, it's just full on red. More and more paintings. Oh.
I'm sure you don't want to hear me ramble about mechanical engineering for another 20 minutes. Tell me more about you. You studied communications, right? What kind of job does that get you?
Well, right off the bat, not much. I couldn't find work, so I ended up backpacking through Europe for a year after college.
Oh, cool. I've always wanted to do something like that. I bet it was amazing.
Yeah, it was super fulfilling to see all those different ways of life. Really eye-opening. God, that was a long time ago.
Man, I'm jealous. I jumped right into work after school. Working 80 hours? You know how it is. Just expected to devote everything to it.
But
It's like a religion. Took me a while
Like
to
a
see how
cult?
messed up it was.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I bet she can imagine. But indeed. Oh, great. Okay. Yay, Jesus, I'm coming. Or should I say James? Is that my car?
You have one unheard message. First unheard message sent yesterday at 7:15 p.m.
Holy strip club!
Will, is everything all right? I've been trying to get a hold of you all day. Please pick up. I'm worried about you.
Aww.
Okay, just call me back.
So Tim must
Love
be
you.
like... I think
End of message. To delete this message, press 7. To
we're either Tim
Message
or we're
deleted.
Lillian. Perhaps Tim makes more sense? I don't know. Yeah, Lillian's guilty about surviving. And she's come back here to maybe not survive. The cover says will rustle from the few nights you spent here. I think maybe we are Lillian. We gotta go outside. Let's go outside. This is not good for us. Tim, I'm coming. Tim, please forgive me. Oh wow, okay, yeah, this is not how we saw it.
I remember now.
Oh,
I tried not to. I
made
thought I
it.
could move on. Pretend it hadn't happened. But here it is. I'm looking at it. I was here. We were all here. And now it's just me.
Oh, Lil, Jesus, there you are. I'm trying to get a hold of you for hours. Where are you?
I had to take care of something.
Look, just are you okay? I was getting worried.
Yes, I'm fine. I'm heading home now.
Please be a
Tim?
good ending.
There's some things I need to tell you.
Please be a good ending. Don't
I
jump!
met Anne first, waiting for the bus. Normally, I avoid talking to just about anybody, but she struck up the conversation. She was so pleasant, so confident. She smiled at me as if she had known me as a kid, and we were just catching up after all these years. She told me she could tell I had a hole in my life. She knew what that was like, she said.
UFO
She had also had a hole, but it was gone now. I asked her what she was selling, and she laughed and said nothing at all. That what she had to offer was free for anyone who wanted it bad enough. I asked her what had helped her. She just said, James.
Wow. That's a pretty good ending. I think she dealt with it and can move on now. That's scary. That's legit scary because these things happen. I found all the tapes! Woo! I was worried for the last one there because I was like, is this the same one that we did before or not? That was cool. And like these things that don't have like monsters, just bad people. They're the scariest. 100%. Because they are so real.